everybody, happy Theme Thursday. This week's theme is bows and monsters. And here's Emily with a pretty little pink dress with green bows and a big green headband bow. And here we see Kyrie, and she has on a little monster shirt, Abby Cadabby from the Muppets, and a bow. And there is Adam, and he has monsters all over his onesie. And Joey has monsters all over his pants. And here's Willie. He's got monsters all over his sleeper. And here's Gilly. And she has a pretty little pink bow on her onesie. Says Daddy's Princess, and a pink headband. And Cooey is not dressed. And here is Quinn. And she's got on the elephant outfit that has a big bow right here. And Indy, she has on a lot of monsters. She has Cookie Monsters, Elmo, Abby Cadabby, and Big Bird, and a big yellow bow. And Zuri has on a big gold bow. And she has on this pretty dress that has a gold bow on it that wants to curl up. And Holland is wearing a tuxedo with a bow tie. And here's Yaya. And she's sleeping, and she has a big pink bow on hers onesie and a bow in her hair. And nothing for Max today. And Rosie Posey has on a onesie that's got a little pink bow, and it has little black bows on it too. Now here's Dusty, and he's being sneaky. He has on monster trucks. Monster truck shorts and a monster truck top. And here's Violet, and she has a pretty little green bow in her hair. And right here is Christmas, and she has a big white bow. And she has little kitties on her onesie that have gold bows on them. Little gold bows on the kitties. And here's Savannah, and she has a big pink bow on her onesie, and it says You and Me, and a white bow in her hair. And Lily has on a onesie. She has a big pink bow, and her onesie is black with polka dots, and it has a little black bow right there at the neck and a little fluffy kitty. And Frankie has on a onesie that says Mommy's Little Monster, and he's right next to my monster bucket with some yummy M&Ms. And here we see Briar, and she has on a embroidered bow, pink bow that says Thank Heavens. And here's a Miki, and she has on a black and red dress that has 3 little black bows with flowers in it. And I thought I would read you one of my most favorite monster books of all. It is called Where the Wild Things Are, Story and Pictures by Maurice Sendak. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind and another. His mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, I'll eat you up. So he was sent to bed without eating anything. That very night in Max's room, a forest grew. And grew. And grew until his ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max and sailed off through night and day. And in and out of weeks and almost over a year to where the wild things are. And when Max came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. Till Max said, "Be still," and tamed them all with a magic trick of staring into all their yellow eyes without blinking once. And they were frightened, and they called him the most wild thing of all, and made him king of all wild things. And now, Max cried, let the wild rumpus start. Now stop, Max said, and he sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all wild things, was lonely, and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then, all around from far across the world, he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being king of where the wild things are. But the wild things cried, oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so. And Max said, no. The wild things roared their terrible roars, and gnashed their terrible teeth, and rolled their terrible eyes, and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye, and sailed back over a year, in and out of weeks, and through a day, and into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him. And it was still hot. Thank you, everybody. I hoped you enjoyed this story. Have a great theme Thursday and a wonderful week. Bye. Love, Meme and the babies.